just want to start off and say that I was wrong. The Batman is one of the greatest comic book movies that has ever touched the fucking market. And I wanted to show you, after I watched The Batman, I got myself a Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne, and I had to get myself The Batman. Like, I had to, like, bro, like, after this, people are gonna talk about this movie for generations, bro. Like, I had to get on it before, you know, it got really, really popular. Robert Pattinson, he just, okay, let's rewind back. I think that this movie is one of the best Batman movies I've ever seen in my entire life. I think that it's beaten Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises. I have to see it one more time because I don't think it still tops The Dark Knight. I still think The Dark Knight, in my opinion, is the best Batman movie ever. But after watching this movie, oh no, this is second. This hands down beats every single Batman movie I've ever seen except for maybe The Dark Knight. But this is second. This is like Robert Pattinson killed it. He crushed it as Batman. Like when he walks in on screen, you get that presence that Batman is not there mentally and he's here to fuck some shit up. Like, the moment this motherfucker came on screen, I was like, oh my god, this is Batman. This is the Batman I've always wanted to see when I'm fucking watching Batman. Like, when I watch the animated Batman movies, when I watch the Batman the animated series, when I'm playing the Batman Arkham games, like all those Batman iterations, I finally got the Batman I wanted in this one. Like, I felt like, okay, Bruce Wayne is gonna go out there and fuck niggas up. And what does he do? He fucks niggas up. And I just want to say, like, this movie was so dark, and it had that noir feel. Like, if you watched it like a detective noir film, you like, Matt Reeves actually did his fucking thing with this. Like, the whole detective thing, because we never really got to see Batman as a detective. Like, we've always seen Batman have someone in his ear. Like, we've always seen him with what's the brother's name? Lucius Fox from the Nolan franchise. Alfred's always helping him. This iteration of Batman did not have no one helping him. It was just him. Occasionally Alfred came in once in a blue moon, and then Jim Gordon, basically. Like, that's a slight spoiler, but it was mainly Batman doing all the detective stuff. Like, he's going in there solving the crime, he's going in there beating people up. It's like, it's not Jim Gordon and it's not Alfred helping him do that. It's him. And I gotta talk about everybody in this movie. Like, I gotta talk about all the acting in this movie. Like, let's just start there, first of all. Robert Pattinson. I think he might be one of the best Batmans to ever come out. Ever. I think he beat Ben Affleck. For the people who think Ben Affleck's better, you guys, like, Ben Affleck's good. But I think he beat Michael Keaton. No. Yeah, I'm saying that. I think he beat Michael Keaton. Because my generation, though. I'm a Christian Bale guy, because that's what I grew up on. I was born in 2000. Okay, so I think he's for a fact beat George Clooney, Val Kilmer, Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck. Like I said, I don't think he's beating Christian Bale yet. My brother says Robert Pattinson hands down beat Christian Bale, but he still thinks Ben Affleck's better. See, like, two different people, two different opinions. You see what I'm trying to say? But the Riddler, my god, the Riddler was like the Zodiac killer in this movie. Like, he just gave me all that, like, craziness with that, bro. Like, I just thought, like, every time he came on screen, I'm like, this dude is about to outsmart Batman. And he does at certain points outsmart him. Catwoman, Zoe Kravitz, my god, mwah. You know, she did her thing in that role, bro. Zoe Kravitz fucking nailed it, bro. Like, I still think Michelle Pfeiffer is the best Catwoman, in my opinion. Zoe Kravitz beat Anne Hathaway by a fucking long shot, bro. Like, she beat her, and this is not even like the real definitive Catwoman. Like, Matt Reeves said this is like a origin of Catwoman. She's not even the real Catwoman yet. Like, come on, bro. Come on. And listen, Jim Gordon. Let's talk about Jim Gordon. Jim Gordon was fucking amazing. Jim Gordon and Batman had the most perfect relationship in this movie. When I say that they had the perfect relationship, they had the relationship of what you expected Batman and Jim Gordon to have. Like, that's what it is. Like, when you watch Batman the animated series, when you play the Batman video games, like when you watch anything Batman related, you expect that banter with them. Like, you expect them to work together and cooperate together. Like, no, I felt like that. Like especially, you know, guys, what I'm talking about. Like the fucking when Batman's in the fucking you know what I'm talking about. When Batman and Jim Gordon have a plan, they have to do their thing, and I felt that. I was like, okay, so they're actually working together, solving the crime, and like are being partners. There we go. I couldn't say that. It took me a long time just to say that. I want to say shout out to my man Colin Farrell for putting the most New York accent I've ever heard of an Irish guy. Hey, take it easy, sweetheart. Like, with that whole notion right there, like, I had to lean over to my girl and say, you know that's Colin Farrell, right? She goes, who? Colin Farrell? Like, he was so unrecognizable in this role that I even myself had to take a step back and be like, yo, that's Colin Farrell. Like, what the fuck is going on in this movie? Like, it was, like, he was so good that, like, and it's not even a spoiler too, like, when Batman and him have to go through that, that right there, you heard that right there, that car sequence right there, when they had to do that chase sequence, my God, we have never seen a great Batmobile chasing like this, bro. Like, if I had to say I had like a few gripes with this movie. Like, first of all, my only gripe with this movie is that it could have ended a half hour early. It could have ended maybe 10 minutes after certain things happened. Because I remember watching the movie, and I remember looking, and I was like, oh, the movie's gonna end right here. And then all of a sudden it just kept on going. I'm like, oh damn, it was a long ass movie. I mean, it's 3 hours. Like come on, it is gonna be fucking long as hell. But then at one point, it just kept on going and going and going. I'm like, oh my God, this is a long ass movie. But I didn't say that with Avengers Endgame. Like, Endgame, I sat through that no problem. Spider-Man No Way Home, I sat through that with no problem. Fucking Justice League, Zack Snyder cut, I sat through that with no problem, even though I had to pause it and take my pee breaks in between. But thank God it was on HBO Max though. But you get what I'm trying to say? I could sit through long movies and say these are good movies, but I'm gonna say it was just long as hell. Like, at certain points I was just like, my God, this is a long ass movie. But will I go see it again? Hell fucking yeah, I will go see this movie again in a fucking heartbeat. Like, I'm all over the place with this little tiny ass quick thoughts of my reviews, but I had to fucking say what was on my mind about this movie, because this movie is fucking superior. Matt Reeves fucking did his thing. Robert Pattinson did his fucking thing. Everyone brought their fucking A game on this in this movie. Like, I have to say that this might be one of my favorite movies that ever came out in such a long time, and that's even after Spider-Man No Way Home, because I've said that this movie is my most anticipated movie of 2022, and it fucking delivered. That it became the movie that I'm gonna put a Superman cape on. Well, ironically, a Batman cape on. Like, I'm gonna have to see this movie a second time. Like, everything about this movie was just fucking superior. Like, I keep saying superior. I'm all over the place. I'm trying to be vague with this movie. Like, I'm just giving my quick thoughts on this movie. Like, this movie was so good. Oh my God. Like, if I had to give this out of 10, this movie's a 10 out of fucking 10. Like, it was so good. Like, I recommend anyone who has not seen this movie see this movie. It's not for kids. What I mean, it's not for kids. I mean, like, don't take your kids thinking that's going to be a Marvel movie, because it's not a fucking Marvel movie. This movie is for people who like to watch long ass movies, and this is for people who love Batman. Because if you take your kid to see this movie, you're going to be very disappointed that this movie is not meant for kids in the concept of a family friendly movie. There we go. But yo, that's all I gotta say. Yo, make sure you guys check out the movie and let me know what y'all think, because my God, the Batman fucking delivered. I don't even know what to say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. see the fucking movie. Like, please see the movie. Like, see the movie. Like, got me so hyped. I got the fucking shit, bro. I got Robert Pattinson's Batman, and I got fucking Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne. Like, I'm gonna end up fucking watch this movie like 3 or 4 times. Like, as you guys can tell. Yo, it's your boy Omar. I'll see you in the next video. Go watch the Batman. Free sponsor. Go watch the Batman. See you in the next video.